He's back in the country after 2 weeks Jakoyomidiwo. Prime Minister Rlp Jakoyomidiwo. If police do not
presenting something you might not be very familiar with. I must do this myself. And then I will say a few words before you say a few words. It is very important. And finally, I remember you are not you are still going to make it. Yes. You are going to present.
The last, right? We'll walk over now to the video. Just come and phone. Welcome back to the party. The side was lost. You can see merchandise here. You can come with the origin as well, right? It will be presented to you not from the Jubilee Party, but from your own.
This is a priestly act, so I must test myself first. I'd like to tell you, you're in a because for you, this is not the form. You already received by the party. Yes. You know, my brother here was only received in this video. And the person performing that function was actually Senator Matangi. So Senator Matangi has this habit now of receiving every other person. But at least in your case, it's after you're received by the party. Congratulations.
What do you inform the Jakoyo that you did? What do you inform you? What is bringing
you know, all
They do
relevant. Those are the coming the show. Is that what prompted you?
Let me correct you.
But let me come and actually take the capes and the scarves. I don't want to be in a campaigning mode. We've not yet started campaigning here, so
Keep them safely for us.
And the oranges can be made.
the oranges can be made.
Halwala may be interested in that.
I actually thought the second orange was Kalwales.
A country that election after election steals elections, robs the citizens of their rights. And then you say a free and fair election. Free where? Yes, you are thieves. That is why the country is failing. You are thieves.
Those were the words uttered by the Deputy Minority Leader and GEM MP Jakoyomidiwo just before he led a walkout of CORD-affiliated MPs in boycotting debate on a motion sponsored by the Jubilee Coalition seeking to compel the government to withdraw from the Rome Statute. During a special sitting convened 2 weeks ago, and when Parliament resumed its sittings Tuesday afternoon after a 1-month recess, Kikuyu MP Anthony Kimani raised the matter with the Speaker.
He did not apologize to Jakoyomidiwo, the Honorable Jakoyomidiwo, or anybody else in this country because we won the election free and fair.
Speaker Justin Muturi was forced to refer to the answer to verify the claims.
The Honorable Jakoyomidiwo indeed did refer to honorable members as thieves.
And after confirmation, he put the question on whether Midiwo should be suspended for gross misconduct.
Will as many as of this opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say no? No. The ayes have it.
The House was, however, forced to go for a division. After the vote, 108 MPs voted in favor of Midiwo's suspension, while 91 opposed the suspension.
There is no debate. Chief Sergeant attempts to enforce that order.
And with that ruling, Midiwo became a persona non grata within Parliament buildings for the next 4 days. And as he was escorted out by parliamentary orderlies, his colleagues in the CORD coalition walked out in solidarity and later held a media briefing where they pointed an accusing finger at Speaker Justin Muturi.
It is important to realize that the Speaker read an already prepared statement when he was dismissing Honorable Jakoyo to go out. How did he know that the outcome would be favorable to suspending Honorable Jakoyo?
And I don't recall him saying that those are thieves.
GEM MP Jakoyomidiwo will go down in history as the first member of parliament to be suspended from service over gross misconduct in the 11th parliament. And as it stands, Jakoyomidiwo will be missing all his allowances for the 4 days that he'll be absent in the House. Meanwhile, Lugari MP Ayub Savula has been removed as the chairman of the Parliamentary Agriculture Committee. After members voted him out, Savula had been accused of being an interested party in the controversy surrounding Mumia's Sugar Company. Chris Dairu, K24, Evening Edition.
To play. Yes, we must have a personal space. We are leaders. We are supposed to give role model. You can have your business with other people out there, but please do not have funny business with the staff of Parliament.
These people are adults. The honorable members here are adults. The staff, we don't employ anybody below 18, so they know what they are doing.
You know, we have become so close to some of the staff that even when we have a drink after an induction, how can you have a drink with the staff of Parliament? How? Tomorrow morning he's supposed to wake up early at 6, prepare the room, prepare the files, but you are with him until 3 or 4.
With him or her.
With him or her. Yes. So at 10 o'clock, so when the morning breaks, the staff are sleeping, the members are sleeping, there is nobody preparing the room, and I am sure chairs will agree with me.
Let us just try to make it a bit healthier, slightly healthier. No one will arrest you because you are not committing any crime. These are adults, but remember, these are our staff.
We don't want to have, some monkey business going on. Tomorrow, the whole image of Parliament. One of us crime is all of us crime. We are like in a school. If 2 of us are rotten, then the whole of Parliament will be rotten. Let us, all of us together, and protect the integrity of that term, honorable.
In Kisumu, following an early Monday morning incident where they allegedly raided the home of former GEM MP Jakoyomidiwo and attacked him.
The officers are reported to have roughed up the former legislator at his residence in Milimani Estate over a disagreement with his driver. Our reporter Okusa, has details.
Kisumu County Police Commander Ranson Lolmodoni confirmed that the 4 officers involved in the attack, 3 of them males and 1 female, have already been apprehended. And speaking to NTV on phone, the former member of parliament for GEM Jakoyomidiwo narrated how at around 2 a.m. his night guard knocked on his door to alert him that there were intruders in the compound and they were assaulting his driver. When he came out of the house, he inquired from the officers, who appeared to be inebriated, why they were assaulting his driver, and one of them pounced on him, strangling him to the ground. Thereafter, the former legislator told us that he decided to drive himself to the Central Police Station to report the matter. But somewhere along the road, the officers who were driving a Probox intercepted his car and pulled him out, beat him up some more before bundling him into their car and driving him to the Central Police Station, where they locked him up in the cells. But at around 6 a.m., according to Jakoyo, the officer commanding the station and the OCPD released him, and he proceeded to Aga Khan Hospital for examination. Kisumu County Police Commander has confirmed that the 4 suspects will be arraigned tomorrow. Okusa, NTV, Kisumu.
With Otene Omolo on this particular clip we've played so far, the happenings last week, grave statements coming from the political divide as well. We shall discuss much later. I can see Boni Khalwale trying to point at the oranges before we continue, but I think we'll do that much later. Let's just begin with we shall begin with the oranges first. Let's just begin with the oranges first. Right. So for them that don't really understand why we have oranges today, there has been what Otende Amolo calls a seismic tectonic shift to the oranges, right? And we just want to Otende Amolo to tell us more about why we have these oranges here.
I thought Wamatangi would do that. He came with them. I have no idea whether he wants to eat them or partake of them in any other way. I think he should explain
you came
first.
with the oranges.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And, it is always good to honor a colleague, and especially, a colleague who has been of good faith and one who finally, takes a position and a stand. And these oranges I brought for my brother here, Jakoyomidiwo. And I came and I placed them here neatly. And Jakoyo, just before you came in, Estelle was wondering, why did I bring 2 oranges? and in Orange Democratic Party, the symbol is only 1 orange. I brought 2 because and I know the slogan is Chungwa Moja. One represents your past. and one now you're present. and these oranges are good, they are clean, they are ripe, and it is you to choose. I would rather we don't eat them. and we keep them, but please take them with you. and when you take them, save them somewhere. You know, you can even dry them. But you know, to say I would not be able to welcome you the way Otieno would welcome you, but to say finally it is good to have you somewhere.
the prodigal son is home.
And lastly,
and finally,
you're now
an orange man.
You are still only commenting about it.
Yes. We were going to present them in due time. But I see, like you wanted to present more colorful stuff. You know, the oranges can be the last.
Right. Maybe Otieno Molo will walk over now to Jakoyomidiwo. Just come in front and be welcomed back to your party. The prodigal son who was lost. We can see merchandise here. You can come with the oranges as well. Right?
I've not been given the orange.
It will be presented to you not from the Jubilee Party,
yes.
but from
no,
the
but from the owner. How can Jubilee bring orange?
You know, this is a priestly act. So I must vest myself first. You know, unlike Wamatangi, who's presenting something he might not be very familiar with, I must do this myself before I, adorn Jakoyo, and then I will say a few words before you say a few words. It is very important. Yes, ODM.
As the words being said.
And let me tell you, Jakoyo, you're in a much better position than Dr. Alwali here. Because for you, this is not the formal reception. You are already received by the party leader.
Yes.
You know, my brother here was only received in this studio. And the person performing that function was actually Senator Wamatangi. So Senator Wamatangi has this habit now of receiving every other person. But at least in your case, it's after you're received by the party leader. Congratulations.
But what really informed Jakoyo going back to ODM? Yeah? What really informed you, or what really informed this particular decision, you going back to ODM?
You know, all politics is local.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And the way things are, there's no more Jubilee. Whatever is left of a political party in our country is ODM. The rest will have to be formed. Even if you ask Cheriot and Haluale, what is their party? Now that they have been kicked out of Jubilee, generally they may not accept, but which wing of Jubilee are they? They don't have a political party. They don't have any construction of political movement. They're just there. You see how they're complaining on TV.
You forgot to carry the constitution. You also didn't give them.
Yeah. No. That one is already safely there. This is that much more serious. But Wamatangi,
yes,
the party constitution, Jakoyo already has. He was given on the day he was received. Today we are only discussing the country's constitution. Unless you are conflating the two.
I thought you would find a relevant
article. Those will come in the show.
But Jakoyo, you're finally going back to ODM. Is it related to the police attacking your home?
That is even a very good question. The police attacked my home.
Is that what prompted you?
For a plane ticket with my own money. I went to court and I said I forgive them. I thought I would have had to contest with the police in court, but I know police have internal mechanism, and the bigger boy that I am, I forgave them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I went to court and said. Now, to answer your question, no.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
And let me tell you, let me correct you and Otiende. I never left ODM. I was just rigged out. So I was an independent candidate. That is the window the Constitution creates for people who wale wamedhulumiwa.
So have you forgiven Baba and ODM because you think...
I have forgiven them. I'm a bigger boy.
You're a bigger boy?
Yeah, I've forgiven Baba, Otiende, and all those people. I've forgiven them. That is why you can come here and bring me this thing. I'm a bigger boy.
Okay. It's a good thing, Diban, what has happened to our good friend.
But let me come and actually take the capes. And the scarves. I don't want to be in a campaigning mode. We've not yet started campaigning here, so
keep them safely.
And the oranges can be made.
The oranges can be made.
Halwale may be interested in that.
I actually thought the second orange was Halwale's. I thought that maybe Wamatangi had spoken to the good doctor.
About there are things.
Yes, about now.
There are things
crossing over property.
About chewing the second orange.
There are things Alwale will never do. One of which is to join the Orange Party. That one at least I am sure.
Anyway.
He will never. But it's a good thing because Jakoyo has eventually followed his spirit. You know, his spirit has always been ODM, even on this show. It's only his heart and body that has been elsewhere. But now he has decided to put together his body, soul, and spirit inside the Orange. You know, I've always told him, if it walks like ODM, talks like ODM, then it is ODM. Finally, at least now, that debate is settled. Right. The only disappointment, Jakoyo, you know, we had other very serious discussions. Yes. And I told him, in a proper functional democracy, alternative views are something that's, you cannot say alternative views. You know, if you go to, say, Central, because our politics is domiciled around regions. If you go to Central, there are people who agree with the general thinking of the region in terms of political direction. A majority, but then there are 1, 2, 3, or 4 others who think otherwise about that region. If you come to Rift Valley, where I come from, there are people who, most of us think in a certain way, but there are 3, 4 voices that sort of gives an alternative view to things. And the same is replicated elsewhere, only for the region where Jakoyo and Otiende come from. And I had spoken to Jakoyo at length and I've told him, after 3 terms of parliament, surely, you cannot be doing the things that Otiende first-timers are doing. Your stature has risen. I think if these people rigged you out, it's because they know of your abilities. So what I expected Jakoyo to do, which he had done, by the way, sometimes, so he tried. But I understand how viciously these people have fought you. They've sent police to your house, they've destroyed your hotel. So now you have eventually given up.
They've pushed him to the corner.
You have pushed him to the corner. Just like, he's just a small William Ruto who has given up. You know, I expected Jakoyo to stand and be firm, because it is unusual and unheard of that a particular region, that it can only be one way of thinking and nothing else. I find that to be strange. Maybe it's
No, but Senator.
Yeah.
You know, you are young. I can't say young and stupid because you are not stupid. But I can say you are young.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. The same way I was in ODM and we were here with you.
Yeah.
You will never see a scintilla of change in Jakoyomidiwo.
Okay.
I believe in justice, even that you're calling me a small William Ruto. I can't be small because I'm older than him. But what I'm telling you, I would want to protect his rights.
Okay.
But we are politicians. You must play politics within some kiwanja.
Okay.
So that you are... politics is a game of numbers. It's not a game, even when Boni abandoned Weta. He joined Jubilee because of numbers. And I think we must respect that. Suffice it to say that the day I was now going back to ODM, it was not, I was not alone. We were like 30-something people. But only lawyers. Then there are lawyers. Then there are people, because ODM did wrong things to many people. But we are saying it is better to correct from inside than to make noise and go nowhere.
Okay.
That to me, I think,
Thank
is
you.
a mature thing. That's the direction we must take.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we shall dedicate just a show.
You don't want me to congratulate him?
Oh, well, you've been Millimouth for a while. Just do it. You know.
Yeah. I think in congratulating Mheshimiwa, I want to say how the country has lost the quality of leadership that Jakoyomidiwo had in the National Assembly. I'm sure had he been in the National Assembly, probably Junet would not be who he is. It would have been Jakoyo's position. And the embarrassment Junet has brought the Orange Democratic Movement through the poor leadership that he has depicted would not have been the case. So it's again hoping that he'll find his way back into the House, of course, as the whip of the minority in 2022. I'm sure he's going to get to that. It's also a plus for the people of Gem, because my brother Elisha, the only talent he had that brought him to Parliament was that he was very close to Kidero, and they used to attack me with goons and so on when I was putting them under pressure. And then he became visible. It is bad to democracy that the only way a son of the Luo nation can become a member of Parliament is after you have only sought one vote, the vote of the ringleader. So we'll live with it. May I congratulate my brother for coming with 2 oranges. Yes. One orange is for Jakoyo. Yes. The other orange allow me to give Honorable Seli. He knows where to take it, Seli. No. I am saying since he has refused to take it, let me tell him, take it. You take it so that it is shared with Kalonzo Musyoka and Wetangula and Mudavadi. Even being told in black and white that you are not members of ODM, they keep on sneaking back. Just tell people that you are unable to underwrite your bills. That's why you are hanging on ODM, so that you get something from the political party fund. For as long as you are still hobnobbing with the ODM in Parliament and in BBI rallies, that orange is yours. This one is Jakoyo's. Finally, I hope you'll have your take. I hope, and Jakoyo, I hope,
yes,
that you, the 2 people I've worked longest with, Honorable Elizabeth Ongoro and yourself, your real reason for going back is what you have said. And that it has got nothing to do with you now also having your turn at the laundry. You know, the laundry at Capitol Hill, once you have problems like Elizabeth Ongoro, you've been sued for CDF. If you go to the laundry at Capitol Hill, moja moja tu, and you are as clean as cotton. So I'm not too sure what you have been stealing. You might have gone for, I'm saying I'm not too sure. You might have gone to the laundry.
Okay. I think we're done now.
I'm the one who came with the oranges. Can you allow me to protest Bonnie Halwale's move, because he took my orange. and I donated the oranges, 2 of them, and I give them with a reason. Then unceremoniously he takes one and hands it over to other people. Bonnie Halwale knows where he can get oranges. It could be to donate.
Yeah, please. Then we wrap up.
Those are the real and the genuine people who can speak on behalf of the NASA followers. Leave alone self-imposed generals who come here with Rivero documents to tell us that these are the results. You are not declared president of the Republic of Kenya based on some fishy documents that are being bandied around, and you are told that so-and-so is being sworn in because of this. This constitution is what governs us. This is what keeps us as a country. I cannot even look,
okay,
because
constitutionally, please.
Constitutionally, for one to be declared president, you have to be declared by IBC. Not some documents from God knows where. You come and show us on national TV and say, we are going to declare you president. Thank you.
I want to say three things very quickly. First one, Senator Cheriot, you are trading on very dangerous grounds. Number one, you know you and your people oppose that constitution you are waving around. You don't believe in it.
But we accept it.
No, you have not. You have not. That's why you are in government where the constitution even gives powers to that document and puts responsibility on thieves personally, and they are still stealing, and they're in the same government. They're looting, basically. You are folk.
I believe I'm setting a stage to redeem the image of the Republic of Kenya.
Despite initial attempts to thwart the motion on grounds that it was not properly on the floor of the House and that it did not deserve the emergency accorded to it, the National Assembly nevertheless debated the motion, seeking Kenya's withdrawal from the Rome Statute.
I am standing here to persuade everyone in this House to be seized of compassion.
The ICC will investigate this and prosecute these 4 crimes in states that are either unable to prosecute or unwilling to prosecute. And I believe Kenya is not unable to do this.
ICC Kenyan case is a political case, Mr. Speaker.
And as expected, court members did their best to poke holes into its merits.
The sitting president of this country faced this nation during the presidential debate and told Kenyans that these were personal matters and he was going to deal with it personally.
If we demonstrate as a country or as a parliament that we don't want to cooperate with ICC, then what will happen is the Kenyan nationals who are going to be facing trials there, when they go, the prosecutor will apply for variation of term bonds. And it may be said that Kenya may not execute a warrant of arrest against anybody, therefore accused persons should be put in custody. Are you aware that's what you are doing? Is that what you want?
We in court, and let me put you on notice, we shall never be party to this. We will not.
And when the Jubilee force of numbers overwhelmed them,
Yes, you are thieves. That is why the country is failing.
One after the other, some opposition members walked out of the chambers.
Those of you who should withdraw quietly, leave the rest.
And the reason?
We've walked out because we don't want Kenya to move out of the Rome statutes. We don't think the timing is good, and we don't think the decision is good. So as CORD, we have decided not to be party to that.
Why this particular time, when Parliament was on recess, we have to be called in, and after being called in, we are being told that it is something that is very, very urgent that we have to attend to. And I think there's nothing more urgent right now in this country than trying to bring the cost of living for Kenyans lower.
But inside the chambers, business went on uninterrupted.
Mr. Speaker, the owners of the project ICC have walked out.
To avoid the notion that Kenya would not cooperate with the ICC in the current cases, members endorsed an amendment fronted by nominated MP Johnson Sakaja to delete the part that sought to deny the ICC cooperation and assistance.
We need to delete these words because it contradicts the fact that the president and the deputy president are already cooperating with this court and that they will continue cooperating with this court.
Parliament will now have 30 days within which to generate a bill that will be debated on the floor of the House and, if endorsed, replace the International Crimes Act. However, the drafters of the bill will be careful not to thwart the part that anchors in the country's cooperation in order not to jeopardize the ongoing Kenyan cases. The numbers have once again worked for the Jubilee side, setting the stage for the withdrawal of the country from the Rome Statute. But the delicate balancing act will be how to demonstrate cooperation and goodwill in as far as the current cases are concerned, while at the same time pulling the country out of the Rome Statute. Ken Dagor, Obadia, Citizen Live at 9, Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.